All right, good morning. Today we're going to talk about something that cops do a lot, traffic stops. And you never know who's in the car when you pull a car over. It could be somebody that just robbed a store, killed somebody, you have no clue, and you're pulling them over for speeding or tag violation or whatever. It happens a lot, and we encounter a lot of aggressive people when we do traffic stops. Well, this morning, at around 6:20 this morning at Whataburger in Navarre, one of our deputies pulled over an individual who what we call a frequent flyer. His name is Justin Dale Peacock, if we could put that photo up. A known gang member. He was very aggressive during the traffic stop. He was he would not listen to anything the deputy had to say. The deputy was trying to de-escalate the situation. It was not working. It was apparent by me watching the body cam that there was something else going on with this individual, probably a drug of some type. Well, one thing leads to another. He's not obeying any commands. The deputy tells him, he gets him out of the car, and he tells him, get on the ground. The guy's refusing. He will not do it. And finally, he approaches the officer in an aggressive manner, then goes back to the car, and he says, the deputy says, don't get back in the car, and he leans over to get something out of the car, and the deputy shoots the individual in the leg, non-life-threatening injury. And the scary part is, after he's shot, it still ends up in being basically a foot chase over into the Holly by the Sea area, where he's tased and tackled and finally taken into custody. And when I say frequent flyer, this guy has been in our jail several times, and he has a history of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a concealed weapon, numerous traffic offenses, dealing in stolen property, possession of a controlled substance, I know that shocks you, drug equipment, and he's been in our jail for a total, in the last couple of years, he spent 238 days in our jail, and he comes from Colorado, and he spent a few years in the Department of Corrections in Colorado. So lucky us, he decided to move here and retire, and we're dealing with him now. So, any questions?
Sheriff, we encountered a couple that was there that claimed to know this person. We talked to him on camera earlier this morning. They told us they saw video from the store across the street.
Okay.
And they say that he was doing nothing. He's new to the area, that he has no criminal record. He's not known to the sheriff's office. I asked them those things.
Wow.
They told us that he wasn't carrying any kind of weapon or didn't look like he was being aggressive toward sheriff's office. What's your take on that?
Well, the people you talk to then, apparently in police vernacular, I would call them liars, because I watched the body cam video, in which obviously once the investigation's done, the body cam video will come out and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So the people you talk to are either blind, stupid, or liars. That's the only three options you got. So, yeah.
I think you told us, can you tell us what charges he's facing now?
Right now, FDLE is investigating. Anytime we shoot an individual, they take over the investigation, so there's no signs of us trying to cover anything up, or, so they'll determine, they'll submit anything to the state attorney's office, and we'll see what goes from there. So, anything else?
That area, area is not known for this kind of crime, officer-involved activity of this sort, right?
Well, in Santa Rosa County, we don't get a lot of officer-involved shootings. Most of the people we deal with comply with instructions, and, they go on their way after the traffic stop. Every once in a while, though, and I still do traffic stops, every once in a while you come in contact with people who aren't going to obey commands and have a real hatred for law enforcement. And this guy's a gang member from Colorado, so he's not in love with law enforcement. So this happens even in Santa Rosa County, just not as often as you see in other areas.
And Sheriff, I assume the suspect was transported to a hospital?
Correct. He's being treated at non-life-threatening injuries. Yeah. Yes, sir. We good? Okay. Thank y'all. We appreciate you.